Productions.
What's up, everybody? It is your boy Manny, or Mr. 682, or Mr. Guacamole. Ask me why.
Why?
Because I'm covered in money, bitches. Nah.
Guac?
Guacamole? Green?
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Like a burrito?
I knew you. Oh, goddamn it. I knew you just go with food. Anyways, I'm here with Mr. 682.
I'm Lupe Chavez. Welcome to the Cancer Show.
Today we got a special guest.
We got a very special guest.
One of the homies.
He's one of the homies, part of the Sour Kids production team.
Absolutely.
If you don't know,
Now
you better know.
You finna know. You gotta know at this point.
Exactly.
You gotta know at this
You
point.
gotta know. So I'm Richard Ray, host of the Richard Ray Uncensored Show. And it's I was so excited when you guys asked me to be on, man.
Yeah.
Like it's fire. Like one thing that caught my attention about you guys. I've caught a couple of clips, but when I sat in the other room and y'all walked past, I'm still mad. I still ain't got no sweatshirt or no shirt or nothing.
Yo, I remember that. You did say the shirt, bro.
Look, bro.
I remember Rhino, bro. I got you.
See, now you got Kenny mad at me now because Kenny now remembers that. Oh, hit my sweatshirt.
Bro, I'm not even worried about Kenny, bro, because Kenny ain't even gave me a Sour Kids. You know,
you know what? Me neither. Yo, what's up with that, Jay?
No.
All your shirts at my room at the house.
So he got shirts, Kenny?
But I don't, Kenny. I'm.
I gotta order more.
Hey, Kenny's gonna. Hey, tomorrow he's gonna be like, "Hey, you weren't supposed to say that shit during the show."
Hey, I'm about to say, I'm like,
we got it on audio now too, huh?
Hey, absolutely, you got proof, bro. So I will take you to civil court.
Right?
It's finna get real. All right.
All this is getting believed.
Oh, man.
This whole clip.
Oh, he does have the power to edit, huh?
Yeah, he's our editor, bro. So
it ain't. Well, hey, I guess
just is gone.
Hey, it is what it is.
it's all right, bro. I'm recording on my phone right now. Oh shit.
I thought you were really recording.
Nah.
So what's your show about, big homie? Tell the people a little bit what.
Well, man, really about the Richard Ray Uncensored Show, man, is really about, what uncensored means is really the fact that anything and everything is able to be talked about. Right. It's like, it's just let's lay everything out on the table, no matter how pretty or how ugly it is, because like it's really the whole aspect of the world is so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Topics that seem taboo need to be talked about.
Right.
I don't care what background you come from. I don't care, how much money you got. I don't care what your situation is. But another aspect of my show is the fact of allowing individuals to open up to the audience, so people can understand who they are, right? Because there's so many podcasts out there that's so caught up on the gossip and the drama, right, of everything that goes on in life, right? But for my show, I like for people to open up so the audience can buy into that person, because people don't necessarily just buy your product or your service, they buy into you. And so the best way for them to buy into you is if you open up and allow them to know who you are, right? And then also it's about accountability and adaptability, right? The reality of it is you can't have one without the other.
Right.
Right. If you're wanting to be adaptable, you have to be accountable. Right. If you want to be accountable, you have to be adaptable, because you're responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
Right. And not only are you responsible for yourself, but where you are in life is a sum total of the decisions that you've made thus far. Right.
Right.
And then also I'll speak a little bit about financial literacy as well, because a lot of people of no matter what background, but especially people of color, you know what I'm saying? Myself, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's not of, the white pigmentation, right? Not saying I got anything against white people, but the reality of it is the fact that,
is not the same.
Yeah, it's not, we're not the same. And the reality of it is the fact that it's time for us to be able to be proactive instead of reactive.
Right.
Right. Because a lot of our parents, right, were reactive to the situations that were bestowed upon them, right?
Right.
And we only handle money the way that we've been taught to handle money by them, right? So, so now, man, like I said, it's about adaptability, accountability, and financial literacy, and really being proactive instead of reactive.
Damn,
so
you're a smart guy. Then you must.
Hey,
you're like the Cancer Show, but smarter. All we do is just talk shit.
Yeah, you're speaking on some shit.
Yeah, no, I'm just like. I'm
feel bad about our show.
You play back. You see me looking for I'm trying to look up smart words. Yeah, man.
Hey,
he pulls up the TI dictionary.
You guys have more guests than I do, though. right? But you know, hey, it is
Oh,
what it
dude,
is.
it's not a competition.
Hey, you know, hey, I give credit to her. I love you guys' energy though, man. I love you guys' how you guys bounce off of each other.
Oh, thanks, man.
that's
But
dope.
you know, we're just the same. We're like just like you. We're trying to we want to ask questions.
Yeah.
We
I
want to
mean-
show the different side of lives of different people, you know?
Yeah.
Where whether it's the stripper, the OnlyFans model, the
Yeah.
fucking dude that owns a goddamn restaurant somewhere, you know? Just everybody's the same
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
But we just making fun where if we're just gonna talk and talk, a lot of people ain't gonna listen. But you'll listen to a funny fucker because oh shit, he's funny.
Yeah.
But damn, I didn't know that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we try to bring you the best, you know, the funny,
Absolutely.
but with knowledge. You know, we're not just idiots.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
We're a little stupid, but you know,
yeah.
to a certain extent, we have a little intelligence in
Yeah.
it.
I need to bring some more humor to my show though, because I get so passionate about everything, bro.
But
Like,
there's nothing wrong with that, though. Like, you know what I mean? It's nothing
And
wrong with that.
people love that too. Like people that can be passionate about something.
yeah,
You know, it's eye catching regardless.
yeah,
It's just with us. It's like we could be in like we could be at a fucking funeral,
yeah, bro.
and I'm still gonna find a way to make him laugh.
Bro, I mess with that. Like
I've done that. Yeah.
I laugh at the worst things, bro.
Yeah,
Like I laugh at my brother does too. I thought I had it bad, but that boy will laugh at you. Can say you can stub your toe and fall over and chip a tooth, and he'll still laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just really what it is. But one thing about like when I realized that my show was making an impact is when Ken's mom commented on my show.
Yeah.
Like his sister.
Shout out to Kenny's mom.
Yeah, shout out to Kenny's mom. Like, and his sister was like, my very first episode here, they were like, she was like, bro, like your episode really had me thinking.
Right.
And so and that's the point of it, man. I want to invoke thought to people, you know, and
Right.
I'm not the smartest person, of course, and I'm never the smartest person in the room, and that's what I love about being in the room. But
Right.
like, I haven't always been that way. I've had to develop and grow, you know, but you know, I had to learn a whole new skill set. I had to unlearn some of the things that I learned in order to make room for something new.
Right.
You know, so I could talk all day, bro. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm
listening, bro.
You good,
Man, we can relate to the whole laughing thing because, you know, funny story. Sunday, was it Sunday? Where I almost died?
That was Saturday.
You
Saturday.
said you almost died.
Well, the thing, what happened was
Somebody doesn't know how to chew.
I don't even know what happened, bro. Like it sounded like I was choking.
He tried to
But I didn't have
swallow
no
a whole
food.
taco.
He's not lying. It actually was tacos, but we were making tacos at the house.
Yeah.
And you know, my mom, it's my little brother's birthday, and my mom was like, "Hey, let's take a family photo."
Mhm.
I was walking, I just coughed,
Yeah.
but one cough turned into like nonstop coughing. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, but I have nothing in my throat.
Yeah.
So after I started coughing, like all I remember is just next thing you know, all I remember is being on the ground, but my body's just shaking. And my little brother is terrified. He's
Yeah.
petrified. Doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, someone said call 911, and that's all I remember, just from nonstop coughing. And as soon as I was walking and just doing a little better,
Yeah.
fuckers start cracking up on me. They're like,
Bro.
I didn't even know what the situation was.
Yeah.
I just see everybody going inside, and I'm just like, something happened. So here I go. He's already up, and
Yeah.
he's telling everybody that he's okay. He's okay. I walk in. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, chew your fucking food. You can't swallow a whole taco.
But that's how we are. You know, we make
And that's without me even knowing the situation. I didn't
Yeah.
even know what happened.
Yeah.
But I was just like, motherfucker, did you not chew your food?
Bro, that ain't happen like that, bro.
It's just like 1 minute you're good, next thing you're on the ground fighting for air.
Bro, that was crazy.
It was crazy because I don't remember nothing. All I remember was like tunnel vision and not breathing, and that's it.
See, I think choking for me would probably be one of the worst ways of dying.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
too,
like
yeah.
burning, drowning, and choking.
All of them happen so like you feel every moment of it.
Yes,
That's the
yes,
crazy.
you
Like
do.
that's why it's so weird because it's like you feel the steady decline, and it's like you're fighting, and
Yeah.
then like you just like fuck, I'm not gonna win this. Like, and I just don't know how to respond.
Yeah.
that was crazy.
I had an uncle that passed away from choking. He choked on a chicharrón,
Like pork rinds.
a pork rind.
Yes.
So
It must have been a fucking.
It was the Mexican ones.
Bro.
You ever had the Mexican ones?
Yes.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Oh,
you know how they're all hard and shit. You know, it was one of those.
Make your gums bleed a little bit.
Yeah. So I couldn't eat chicharrones for a long time. Like I love them too, but I was like, they took my uncle. I can't eat those. I can't eat those.
It took my uncle.
I don't fuck with him.
I don't fuck with him.
Oh.
But then after like a year, I was like, I'll have one.
Hey. But sometimes you gotta let those chicharrones soak in your mouth for a little bit sometimes, bro, because it just be like, God.
Be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. Just be careful.
Sometimes it's like chewing on sometimes you put one in your mouth, you take a bite, it's like biting into a corn kernel or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It hurts sometimes. I'm like, bro.
It really does.
Yeah, this one was a little hard for no reason.
But I like them spicy though, bro. Like,
yeah.
If they not spicy, I don't even eat pork anymore. But like when I was eating chicharrones, bro, I was like, oh my God. Like the spicier they were,
yeah,
the better they were, bro. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that Mexican. That's that Mexican in you, bro. You want that shit hot.
Bro, like for a long time, bro, I couldn't eat shit spicy, bro. But for some reason, like, so my daughter's mom is African, right?
Oh, okay.
And her mom is full African. Like, bro, when I say she used to make some spicy shit, like when I'm talking about nose dripping at the dinner
serious?
table, bro, like real time. But they were used to it, right? They were used to it because this is how she's cooked all their life.
Yeah.
But and then sometimes,
I ain't no punk, man.
Yeah, you get to that toilet at that point, your booty on fire and everything, right?
Oh, right.
But now it's just like if I feel like it needs to be spicy and if it ain't spicy, I can't eat it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I just feel like if I feel like it's supposed to be spicy, it has to be. Give me some Tabasco, give me some cayenne or something.
Nah.
But give me some jalapenos or something. You know what I'm saying?
Not me, bro. My tongue swells up, and
he's a bitch when it comes to spicy.
I am a total A1 bitch, bro. My tongue will swell up, and I'll start talking.
He's probably more Mexican than I am too. So,
bro,
yeah, man. But see, to me, it has a history though. Like when we were kids, the way we got punished, they would make us get on our knees, and they would put chili all over us, all over our lips and all that. And my shit was swell up. And my sister would be like a soldier. She I'm like, oh, I fucking hope you fucking just. Because she would be okay, but my lips are swollen.
Yeah.
My tongue is swollen, and I'm just like, I hate it. To this day, I hate spicy food.
It's you just have traumatic memories.
He's got that memory.
I got
Every time he eats something spicy, he starts crying.
Yeah.
Daddy, no.
That's how it is for me with, like, my mom used to make chicken and dumplings all the time. And then like salmon croquets is like a salmon patty. Looks like a hamburger patty, but with salmon. But my mom was like, I just told my mom, I said, Mom, I remember, man, when you actually used to like cooking, bro, when I was younger. I said, but because she used to make hamburger helpers all the time too. But I said, but Mama, you know what I realized though, bro? I said, all your hamburger helpers started to taste exactly the same. I said they could be cheeseburger, taste like beef stroganoff. It could be macaroni or something. It tastes like beef stroganoff. I said, Mama, when did you stop caring? She was just like, she's like, I was just tired. I'm like, I know, man, but I never understood, how do people eat wet bread? Because that's what chicken and dumplings are. Like chicken and dumplings is like I guess I haven't had it in so long, but it's like it could technically be classified as a soup, I suppose. But the dumplings are like wet pieces of bread.
Really?
Yes, bro. I would, and it's something like, as I got older, only way I could eat it was with hot sauce. Like I couldn't eat it by itself. I'm like, bro, who the fuck eats wet bread?
See, I've never had chicken and dumplings.
Bro, like,
we need to exchange, bro. You know what? One day I would love to exchange something with us. Like,
bro, hey,
you know what? I want to try some of that hot African shit you was talking about.
Not me. I would die,
bro. Oh my God, like that shit. If I can, because me and my daughter's mom ain't really. I haven't even. See, my daughter since August of last year, but I don't know where they at. But if I can get in contact with her moms, I know where her moms live. Sometimes she's still sweet on me. Sometimes, like if she in a good mood, her grandmama would be like, yeah, I'll make you some. I'll let her know I'm coming to pick her up or whatever. If we talked about it and we schedule it, and she cooking, she'll make me a whole plate or two. That she used to be. They make it with this bomb ass rice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, I would love to try that. I'm very...
Bro, it is good. When I say, bro, it's fire, bro. And I think because a lot of people tell me now, I'm like, I don't know where my African roots come from. They were like, a lot of people say, oh, you're Nigerian. I'm like,
I see some Nigerian in you.
I think I misspelled it in my head.
Shut the fuck up. Y'all look crazy, man. I love being on here. And you know what? This is my first time actually being a guest on somebody else's show.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, for real.
About the cherry. Can we get the clap from there?
Kenny's like, Kenny claps.
Sound like you're beating your meat back.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Where's the clap from the board?
Yeah. The
clap from the board, bro.
Nobody asked for that.
He just did.
It's the first time.
Well, you know what? You can put it in the show after you edit it.
That's true.
You surely can. Just like you put Kermit the Frog on my show that one time.
You put.
I thought you didn't watch the show.
I got you.
I watch my show sometimes. Like I go back and watch my show if I feel like it was a bad
banger.
show.
Oh,
if I feel like it was a bad show, I'll go back and be like, what made this show so bad?
You want tips on how to improve it.
Yeah. And I always, sometimes I do go back and listen to it just to see, hey, you know what? Why is this show different from the other show? Like, why hasn't it gotten as many views or whatever? You know, so sometimes I do go back. I may not watch the entire show, but I go back and... No.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Probably.
He did.
Because I wasn't expecting it. But he said, I'm going to put it in there. I'm like, oh, bullshit. And he actually put it in there.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
I will say this about you. You're the first person to be on our show that doesn't have an OnlyFans.
Really? I feel so special.
Yeah.
I thought about starting one.
But me too.
I thought about it. I was like, let me just get a badass girl and just beat her back in on OnlyFans.
That's what, I didn't
not even show my face.
I didn't even think like that. I was thinking about more just like me, but because girls can do it solo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure guys can do it solo.
Guys
I
can
don't
do
know.
it, but it gets monotonous if a guy's doing it solo.
It's
bro.
gonna be
You're
boring.
just beating your meat at that point.
Yeah, that's it.
Just-
Like, how many different ways can you stroke it with your hand?
There's a couple. There's a couple. I wouldn't know though. You know.
Ken, what you gonna say over there, buddy?
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know nothing about it.
Oh, you know nothing
He goes-
about that.
He goes,
I'm celibate.
Oh,
Yeah,
man. Hey,
yeah.
sometimes your hand is your
Oh,
best
you
friend.
be lying.
He do be lying.
Kenny be having all the girls up in the studio.
Can you get all the bitches?
Yeah, he do. He you know he like that Mike Hart. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, man. But again, bro, I appreciate you guys having me on.
No,
the show,
thank you
man.
for coming, man. You know what?
Truly.
Like I said, and I only met you at one time. I think,
Yeah.
just by passing.
Yeah,
And but even I will say this though, even when you were asking a lot of questions there, that's why like this dude is intelligent. What's your show about? Well, tell me. And he was just like, well, you know, it's about this and this. Oh, okay. Well, you started asking like intellect questions.
hold on. Remember, chew your taco, bro. Chew your taco, bro. I'm sorry.
He's trying to chew the air.
Oh, damn.
But no,
Breathe, buddy.
I like understanding, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Like I really like understanding the reason why people do what they do, because sometimes like if I don't believe that you have if I don't believe like what you're doing makes sense, I can't be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you would have been like, oh, my show is just about female, you know, just analyzing boobs or booties or something like that.
Right.
I don't need to be able, because the thing is the fact of like, don't get me wrong, like ratchetness is how people, I guess, get famous nowadays or whatever the
That's
case
exactly
may be.
right.
But the reality of it is the fact that when you're building a brand, you have to be wary of who you associate yourself with, right? Because you can't just associate yourself with any and everybody. Right. Because now it challenges your brand and the idea of your brand and how people view it. Right. Because even when you're doing everything right, people are going to have their viewpoints on your brand or whatever it is that you're doing. But, you know, when you go back, you know, say for instance, you got to hope, like we were just talking about before the show started. You know, some people just want to be on the show because they see your catalog of individuals or people that you've had on your show.
Yeah.
Right. And so now they identify you more so as a brand. Right. But you don't see Coke out here promoting cocaine or crack. You know what I'm saying? You don't see
but if they did, that'd be one hell of a coke.
Yeah, but even though they used to put it in their cokes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's why it used to be so addictive back in the day. They actually used
That's
to quit.
crazy, right?
Yeah. But again, like you just gotta be wary of. Sometimes you gotta be wary of the brands you're associated with, because especially if you're taking your brand serious and there's a particular vision that you have. I had a person one day hit me up in my inbox and wanted to be on the show, and I was like, "Why? Why do you want to be on my show?" And he's like, "Oh, well, you'll be interviewing the next Biggie / Pac."
That's what they all say.
That's a big one. And then like I listened to his music. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you let people, if you associate your brand with any and everybody, that's going to allow everybody else to treat your brand however they want to treat it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say sometimes you got to be wary of some of the brands that you're associated with. You know, but yeah. And this ain't even what we were supposed to be talking about tonight.
No, but it's a warm up though. I do agree with you because you said that to me.
Yeah, I've told them before. I'm like, look, we got to control the quality of guests that we have.
Absolutely, you do.
I'm like, because we can't just have every rapper, or
Yeah.
even though that rapper probably has a story.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we can't have just this everyday fucking person, because it needs to bring a certain quality to the show.
And what people think about when they think about your show.
Mm-hmm.
Because when somebody talks about your show, they'll be like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
okay, yeah, the council show. I bet I do." Yeah. And then something like when you be weary of your brand, it attracts people to your brand as well.
Right.
And so now your brand gets put on this upper echelon of brands, because people are now like, "Oh wow, I do want to be associated with that brand,"
right,
because of who they are and what they've already brought to the table.
See,
right.
And this is one thing that I've been thinking. I haven't told you yet. One thing that I've been thinking about doing is whenever we have musicians and they're like, "Hey, we want to be on your show," blah blah,
Yeah.
If I didn't reach out to you, then I don't know much about you, and you're reaching out to me.
Yeah.
And if you're okay with me criticizing your music on here, which is what I'm gonna start to do now.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, play that first song." And if I don't like it, I'm just be like, "I ain't fucking with it. I don't like it."
But people are bro.
And I'm gonna let them know that. I'll be like, "Look, I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
You want to come on the show, cool, but you gotta let me criticize your music."
Yeah.
Whether you get your feelings hurt or not, that's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
My feelings ain't gonna be hurt.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that's what I'm gonna start doing with people.
That's
now.
good. That's good.
I mean, you gotta have some comeback for that though, because some people are not strong enough to handle that feedback. And
absolutely.
We're just gonna have to start putting on boxing gloves.
But at this point, like before they even get to the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be like, "All right, cool. Hey, you know what? I really don't know much about you. What's some of your where can I find your music?" And then you can go and find it yourself and be like, "Okay, cool. Boom. They got something I'm messing with, you know?"
Yeah.
But if not, like, "Hey, unfortunately, man, I'm not gonna allow you on the show." You know, I remember this one dude, he hit me up out of the blue, wanting to help me promote my show. Right? I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Boom. Hey." But I didn't say cool. I said, "Okay, thank you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I looked at it, I said, "How much what's your fees? What you charging?" He told me what he was charging. I'm like, "All right, cool." I go and look at his page. I said, "Bro, how are you even going to remotely help me build, because you only have 5 followers?"
Like, how are you gonna?
Like, you got as much. He's like, "You got less than I do."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how you gonna help?
Exactly. How are you going to help? I said, "Now, this is what we can do." I said, "If you can," I said, "buy," and this was sometime in November of last year, and I told him, I said, if you can promote my show during the month of December, and by January, my analytics show that my views and my listens have went up, I have no problem paying what you want me to pay.
Oh.
He was like, "I bet." Never heard from him again. Like, bro, if you're so confident in what you do, don't be afraid of providing a service for a trial run.
Right.
Don't Hulu do it. Don't Netflix do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't some of these like a lot of these subscriptions, like you can download an app on your phone right now and get a 3 to 7 day trial because they're so confident in what they're doing. What's the problem? So now, if you're that confident after that trial run, now we can talk about price. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's
A lot of people are full of shit.
absolutely, man. Schemers and scammers.
But I will say this: the people that do check us out are because we do have a following that that check us out every week.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you to our 5 followers.
5,
Thanks,
man.
Mom.
I'll
5 is a
fucking buy
blessing.
y'all some McChickens or something one day. I got y'all.
You gonna mail them?
No.
Or you gonna send out a gift
They're
card?
probably all local anyways.
We're gonna meet up.
They're probably from the neighborhood.
Let's have a luncheon.
I went to school with
about it.
3 of them, like they know who they are.
Absolutely. So how did the cancer show come about? Like what was the purpose? What was the goal when you guys first started?
Well, he started this before I was even on it.
Okay.
All right, let me start. It started many moons ago.
Mm.
No, it started
Fairy tale.
I was actually doing another radio station. Shout out to the Cancer Show. That's us. Shout out to Texica Radio. I started with them, but
Okay.
when I started with them, I wanted to promote I'm an actor, so I wanted to promote these movies that I was in.
Put me in a movie, bro. I want to be an actor.
I don't got the power yet, bro, but I got you. Look. Actually, hold on. But yeah, so I wanted to promote the movies I was in, and I wanted to promote my friends.
Mhm.
So that's why I started that. I'm like, oh, this can help us.
Yeah.
So I saw it as a business opportunity
Mhm.
to be able to promote
Mm.
and help each other's careers.
Okay.
So what happened was the host and the co-host, they couldn't get along, so it just fell apart.
Mm.
So during the COVID, when COVID hit, I was telling my mother buddy, I'm like, yo, bro, I have the itch to get still back in it, and it started with 3 people, which one of them backed out, which he stopped calling, stopped answering the phone.
Mhm.
If he didn't want to do it, just say so.
That sounds about like what happened to me.
And then we did that. We started looking. We were like, oh, well, what do we just do it at the house? Like if we do it at the house, we're never gonna get off. We're going to be lazy, have excuses. So if we rent the place, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there showing up because we're paying it.
Yeah.
So he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. And he was like, we started with that, and then I was like, we need a third person. But then the thing is that there's so much that comes with it, from promoting to editing to the video editing. You do this on Instagram and I'll do this on Facebook. But he was like, no, I'm not that type of person. I'm like, bro, you're going to have to get over that shit and learn how to edit, this and that, because it's a teamwork.
Yeah.
It's just me and you. So by the third time, I said we said third because he came on the show one time and people just loved him.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yo, who's that guy? He's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that guy? He just seems natural. And like a lot of them are like, oh, that's my brother-in-law. And so I told my other friend, like, you know what? Let's put this as a test. So we would call him 30 minutes, like.
This motherfucker would text me, hey, you want to be on the show today? I'm like, oh yeah, what time? In like 15 minutes. I'm like,
that was the test. If he showed up to 3 times, the gig was his. Like he's the official.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like back to back. It was like 1 week yes, 1 week no.
Yeah.
Yes. And shit pissed me off so bad too.
Yeah.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
But I was like, I just want to see if he has a heart for it. Because everybody wants to be a star. Everybody wants to be the hero. Nobody's willing to put in the work. And that was a problem that I had. Because, oh, bro, I'll do it. I'm like, I'm funny. As soon as you get in front of the mic and the camera's pointing at you, nothing.
Absolutely.
Or you could be funny for that moment.
Yeah.
But that joke gets boring if you keep on and on and on. I mean, you got to understand that.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this is going to last.
Yeah.
So every time you hear, I want to hear new jokes or something fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, if he shows up, it's his. But also, I will say this. Like, where we come from, bro, we don't have these chances.
You got to create them.
You got to create. Exactly. So what I'm doing, this dude is from the hood. You know what I mean? So I want to give my boy a chance to create his own path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this dude is a genius. Like, when it comes to technology and shit, he's smart.
Yeah.
But has he ever been given that chance? No.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, here's your chance. I mean, you do what you want.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay out your way. If it works, we're making it work. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else.
Yeah.
And ever since that, man, it's been me and him, and he gets creative.
Yeah.
I have this controlling thing about me where, like, he's like, hey, do this. And I'm just like, just let me handle all of it.
Yeah.
Hey.
You sit back. I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I can think of so many ways to do something. Then I can explain to him how to do it, and he's just like, he looks at me like that, and he's like, "What the fuck you mean do it this way?"
Yeah, but we have different ways. Like to me, like I'm never a dictator.
Yeah.
But like, no, we're gonna do it my way. I said, no, because his way might work. I said, let's do it that way, but let me add a little bit of me there, because and it's been working, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, perfect example. What was it? Saturday?
The show, the tattoo show.
Tattoo show. We went to do it. Well, this fucker had an idea. I don't know. Can we say that on the thing?
So I've been working on an idea with some tattoo artists where I want to film them doing their thing, telling their background story, because tattoo artists have very interesting background stories on how they got started.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones that I knew got started in prison. But it's just a lot of them have interesting stories that it'd be cool if somebody could hear them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wanted to start recording them, sit them down one-on-one, talk to them, so that way they could explain us their life and we could show their work, their shops, or, whatever. It'd be something cool to, some more content for us for the show in general.
Absolutely.
So we've been doing that. We had our first one that we recorded at the Villains Arts convention in Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
They had a tattoo show, and there's a bunch of tattoo artists all over the place. So we had a setup. We had the camera guy set up to go. We had the tattoo artist that we were going to interview there,
Yeah.
Everything was good to go. Then last minute, it all just goes to shits.
Like last minute. And so the camera guy has been the guy that, I guess, I don't know, I like to call him Jesus freaks. And I mean, it's your belief, whatever. So, but not knowing, I had to go back and I had to go tell the lady, like, hey, we won't be able to show up. And she asked me, why? I finally told her, no, it's because he doesn't, he said the spirit's not right with you and this and that.
Well, she was a body modifier.
Okay.
So she had the split tongue and, she just looked different,
Yeah.
She's a lovely person.
Yeah.
Like, she's one of those charitable people that, she'll do things for her. She'll do things for charity. She's actually a real good person. She doesn't look like people, the way they look at her, they see the split tongue, they see the face tattoos. Yeah. So they see her different,
Mm-hmm.
But that's not even the case. She's a real good person.
The split tongue is interesting.
Fucking interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, ooh.
Hey, watch that episode though. When it drops, she shows it. She was it. Yeah.
She goes like this. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, but she was like, and you know what's crazy? She's a Christian herself. She said her pastor was the one that told her not to give up. And people like that are judging her for the way she looks. Like, come on, bro. Like, and that's the dude that I'm saying, the guy that, backed out was judging her, not meeting her, even though she does so much for the community.
Yeah.
And she goes to church and everything. Her pastor was like, don't give up.
Yeah.
No, there's people like them that have the problem. They're the one with the problem, not you.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yo, that taught me a lot.
Yeah.
And there's my man's over here telling me not to give up either.
Yeah.
I was panicking. I'm mad. I'm just like, man, I'm cussing. I'm just like, he goes, bro, what the fuck? What are you bitching about? It's me and you. All right, don't worry. He made phone calls.
Yeah.
We got a camera. We got mics. We got, you know what I mean? And not only that, we were blessed with money that we had that we didn't know we had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was supposed to go for the show. But, we had the money, exactly the money for the mics, for
we ended up getting all the equipment we needed to film
that works
for that day. So, it ended up working out.
I'm just like, yo, man, it's in mysterious ways, you know what I mean? But it's like, how are people going to judge, not knowing, and yet call themselves Christians? Like, I don't get that.
But for me, bro, like I think so many people get caught up on the word Christian. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality of it, the fact is that Christian isn't the religion. It's the following of Christ. Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Right? Christianity itself is not a religion.
Right.
Right? Because anything that you do, you have a title associated with it because that's what you do.
Right.
Right. A person that puts ink on the body is a tattoo artist.
Right.
Right. Or somebody that preaches the word of God is a pastor or a priest. Right. Somebody that believes in government and wants to make a change and be involved is a politician.
Right.
Right. Somebody that sits in front of that you watch on your television every single day is an actor.
Right.
Right. It doesn't necessarily mean that's who they are. It's just what they do. Right. So many people, like, bro, it behooves me the fact that so many people have, and now don't get me wrong, so many people, because of the religion, because of the following of Christ, can they can be extra sometimes. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't classify myself as a Christian, although I do believe in God, right?
Right.
Like I do go to church and things like that.
Nah.
But what ends up happening is the fact that so many people get caught up on taking the literal translation of what it says in the Bible when sometimes it has nothing to do with the literal translation, right? And so what ends up happening is like in that situation with the camera guy, what people fail to realize, so many people get so caught up on what somebody looks like and what they do for a living that they don't take into consideration that if you truly believe in God, God delivers individuals from their past choices, right? The choices that she's made that put those tattoos on her face and slit her tongue or whatever the case may be, she could have been in a completely different lifestyle at that point, and then could have been saved by God at this point. But these actions have already been taken. Right. She can't change the way she look. She can only change the way she interacts with people. Right. And her viewpoint. And I think so many people get caught up on the aspect of who you are, like what you look like at this point, because so many people are so quick to judge a book by its cover that you don't even take the time to even read it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like even I'll say it like this, like most people think somebody can look at somebody that's driving a Bentley or a Mercedes and got on a Rollie or AP bus down or something like that and think they rolling in money. But that person only got $3 in their bank account.
Because they wasted all their money on their watch.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So if people stop getting caught up on what you look like and really take out the time to really understand who you are, you know, then that's when we'll get somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. I sat down with I literally sat down with my pastor the other day because I haven't been to church in 6-7 years, probably even longer than that, on a consistent basis. Right. And I told the pastor, I was like, bro, I said, what makes the Bible any different than any other book that's been written by a man and has been translated so many different ways over the years?
Just to fit their, what was it? Analogy?
Yeah, like just to be able to, just for people to understand. Right. Because if you look at the King James Version of the Bible, it's really like a Shakespeare language. Right. Although they classify that as a 6th grade language, you know what I'm saying, in regards to how the Bible is written. And so I told my pastor, I was like, but like, I'm not a Christian, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe I should understand God within a construct of what somebody say I should understand God. Right. If I should understand God, it should just be me and God understanding me and God, and me being around other individuals that want to understand God in that same aspect. Right. But I'm not finna count somebody out I'm not going to count somebody out just because of the way they look. Now, my first impression of somebody, your first impression is always going to be important. Right. Because like, if God can forgive a killer, you know what I'm saying? Like who are we not to be able to forgive that person? And the reason why we're not able to forgive that person because we're thinking about it on the human aspect and on an emotional level to be like, well, damn, like this, I would never do something like that. You are the devil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people struggle with mental issues. Some people have that psychotic break. Some people have that emotional break. And so I say all that to say that people get too caught up in the title of Christian or Christianity when Christian and Christianity isn't even a religion. It's the idea of following Christ.
Right.
That's all it is. That is all it is. And so many people put too much weight on that. But mind you, right? I'm not going to say it because I'm going to say it wrong. But one of the disciples, I don't remember if it was Peter or Paul, but one of the disciples believed in God and then didn't believe in God and then believed in God again and then didn't believe in God. And then what ends up happening is he stops believing in God and then starts to go kill Christians.
Oh,
right. But then guess what ends up happening? God still forgives him. Right. So I say that because so many people, bro, like get so stuck on your previous actions that they really don't even understand where you were in that moment of your life.
Mm.
And so some people cannot get past who you were, and they will never see you for who you are now because they're so caught up on who you used to be. Right?
Right.
So that's why I say like Christianity isn't a religion, bro. Christianity is the idea of following Christ. That's really all it is.
Right.
And if people really are following Christ, bro, we should always be able to forgive individuals. And don't get me wrong, I've been in the aspect of harboring hatred feelings towards people. You know? Like I could really care if somebody walked up to you and shot you in your face. I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a few people I feel like that about.
Yeah, you know, but that's just the human in us, right? That's really just the human in us.
Right.
But if you change perspective and you're willing to be open to another ideal and stop leaning onto your own understanding, because your own understanding is a very limited understanding.
Right.
Your understanding is limited to what you've been exposed to and what you've been taught. But if you're not willing to go learn something new, you're punishing yourself for the rest of your life to be able to hold on to energy that's only hurting you in the first place. Because the person that you don't care about, they still living their life just like you are.
Right.
You know?
And while you hating them, they don't give a fuck about you.
Exactly. You feel me?
I got you.
So, bro, I done said a lot. I'm sorry.
I'm over being inspired.
I get into it, fam.
That's what we about, bro.
That's what we about. Yeah.
You get lost in that shit. Speak your motherfucking truth.
Hey,
That's how we do it here.
But see, there's a lot of times that people will say all the words and it sounds good, and then they put themselves like they're more holier than anybody.
Yeah.
And people will either follow them or be like, oh, and that's where I have the problem.
Yeah.
It's like I call them hypocrites, man.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like,
Most
oh,
of them
well, exactly.
Yeah.
But when you point it out, you're the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
See, and this is what I tell people: the most people that have used me have been so-called Christians.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why I just like, it's like what you said. I don't go to church.
Yeah.
And I got this from, Pac said, why does a church need a big gold statue?
Yeah.
I could talk to God right here, right?
Yeah.
It could be 3 of us.
Yeah.
And I've done that. So I have a martial art master, which he uses Kung Fu.
Bruce Leroy.
So nuts.
Exactly what it is.
No, but he uses like the Bible and martial arts as he teaches.
Yeah.
And that's how I was able to understand a lot. But we would put it into like the how can I put it? He would put it into the way where we would understand it.
Yeah.
How it works in the real world.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like that's where I get my spirituality from.
Yeah.
Because I'm learning.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and go to join a group and kill everybody. No, man. I mean, one of my bosses said that you shouldn't have to tell people you're a Christian.
Correct.
Treat people like a martial artist.
Correct.
A martial artist, you don't got to you do martial arts.
Correct.
People usually you'll be like, oh, he must be a martial artist the way he's disciplined and carry himself. Same thing with a Christian.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, he must be a Christian. How he carries himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How he helps the people. How he's all that. But people don't do that shit,
bro. You gotta really bro, a thug ain't got to tell you he a thug.
Thank you. Yeah,
you can see he a fucking thug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think like so many people are so boastful nowadays, bro. Like they lose the. I told my little brother one day, like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna start making this money, man, and I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna do that. I said, bro, you messing up, fam. Yeah. I said the whole thing is the fact that if you're quick to show everybody your cards. You have no room to surprise anybody, right?
Right.
Like you said, like if like a martial arts, you say sensei or master or whatever,
yeah,
they don't have to tell you that they're a fucking martial arts master or sensei or whatever the term is, because by the way that they carry themselves.
Exactly.
Like, and sometimes you don't even know then, because you don't need to know until you need to know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, they're about that action.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I may look like a scrawny old man, but bro, I will beat your ass. And you don't even know I'm finna beat your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, it's just like, it's like a big guy ain't got to announce himself in the room because everybody can see that you're a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But where the real challenge comes in is what you gonna do with all that size if I square up on you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you then? Anybody can portray anything,
Right?
but who are you when you get challenged? That's the question, right? But I can say a whole lot about a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah,
I truly can. And how I'm talking to you guys right now, this is how I am on my show.
right.
Like, without question, Ken can contest to it. Like, I be sitting there, Ken will be sitting, I'm like,
He's laughing or he's
so
smiling.
Ken, what you thinking about, Ken? Like, what you got to say? Like, I ask Ken every show when he doing a show. Talk to me. Like, what you got to say? What you think about what we talking about?
See, Kenny, when you talk to Kenny has no words. He'll say stuff that make no sense.
Yeah, he don't.
Yeah,
He do it
I'll
all
be like,
the
"What you
time.
think?" Kenny goes, "Man, you know what I mean? It mean nothing. Ain't nothing but a thing, baby. Man, I stay frosty all day." What?
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
Kenny?
I didn't understand that.
Oh my
Oh,
God. See,
government.
yeah.
Government listening.
But nah, bro, that's like I said,
He's
man.
like we have a black man talking. We have to listen. We have to listen.
bro, like, but honestly,
He might be inciting a riot.
when, to be honest, when you are secure in who you are,
There you go.
you don't have to be boastful to the world
Mm-mm.
because the world already feels you, right? I say that because I come like when my energy shifted and I started moving a different way, people were like, something different about you, like. Oh,
You got the glow.
yeah, like essentially, yeah. I'm like, bro, like when you walking into that new energy, bro, when you're confident in yourself, right? You no longer spend wasteful energy towards wasteful people, right? Because like a lion ain't gotta tell you that he a lion, right?
Yeah.
Like you gonna feel him before he get there.
Yeah.
Right, you gonna hear him before he get there, and then when he shows up, it's like,
Oh fuck! There's a line.
Trust me. I've been this close to a lion.
you see,
It is something magical.
exactly. So, now, like I said, bro, when bro, like when you confident of who you are, bro, you ain't gotta be boastful, and you just see the world from a different place, and and when you start looking at the world from a different place, and you start speaking differently, and your energy and your walk is different, people will look at you like, bro, like what the hell?
What's going on? And
And-
some people will swear like, "Oh, he think he better than everybody now."
But bro, I don't grow to stay the same.
There you go.
Like that's the truth,
Yeah.
right? If I want to go somewhere different, guess what I got to do?
Gotta do different moves.
You got to do different moves. You got to develop into a different person.
There
So
you go.
I'm gonna ask you something.
What's up?
Is that where you think that men nowadays that they're missing that confidence?
I think men in general are missing confidence. All men.
Well, man, when it really, man, when it comes down to men's confidence, man, it's because I can say, like, when it comes down to men nowadays, bro, it's completely different than when our dads and when our granddads were men our age,
Yeah.
right? Like, so many people, because so many people are now trying to define what it is to be a man, or what it is to be a woman, or what it is to have masculine or feminine energy, right? And I think so many roles are changing because like women are becoming more masculine and men are becoming more feminine, right? When you look at the TVs and things like that, almost every male on TV now is gay, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I got a couple gay partners, like some of my best friends, right?
Yeah.
But it's like an agenda.
It's like
There you go.
they're forcing it on you.
Bro, have you like I don't know, have you guys ever heard of the Proud Family? Like the Proud Family show?
I heard of it, yeah.
It's like a little cartoon, right?
Yeah.
They redid it. They brought it back out last year. I watched it for probably like 5 minutes. And I turned it off and I can never watch it again.
Really?
And I'm glad that I'm doing such a great I believe I'm doing a great job with my son because my son was like,
What is this?
really? Like my son literally said, really? And I think the reason why men are so sensitive nowadays, bro, is because a lot of the time it's a byproduct of decisions that were made when we were kids. right? Because when you go to the gym, you don't get results immediately. Right? But the more time you spend in the gym, the more eventually you see those results. Right? And so what ends up happening is because it's been the generations of fathers not being there are catching up with us.
Yes.
And because more men or little boys are more so around their mothers and picking up on motherly habits, they tend to become more feminine because that's all they really have that they're around 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Or it works the opposite. They try to become more manly at a younger age.
Absolutely.
Will put them in situations that could potentially lead them to jail and other stuff in the future.
Bro, I'll tell you like this, bro. My mom was a single mom growing up, right? I was the oldest, right? But my mama wasn't one of them feminine moms. Like my mama was one of the moms. Let's get in the street. Right. Like when I tell you, I seen my mama fight like 2-3 people at one time, fam.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was like
mama had them hands.
My mom, I kid you, bro. I swear, my mama had hands, bro.
Yeah.
And even till this day, my mama say, no, I'm good. You know, because my mama used to put, bro, like I got some of the worst ass whoopings in my life by my mom.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like you would think I was a slave the way she beat my ass.
God.
You know, like really.
Yeah.
Like if my aunties were sitting right here next to me, they would be able to confess and be like, bro, like I ain't never seen a child get beat like him. Like my mama fucked me up, bro.
Yeah.
But also growing up, what ends up happening is the fact that there wasn't a balance either. And so I think a lot of the time, like there is no balance. Because although my mom was a single mom and she did what she had to do when I was the oldest, I was sitting there cooking Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas dinners while she was at work. She started it and I kept up with it. Right. I was doing all of these things, but what ended up happening is the time was sacrificed. And not only the time, but the love was sacrificed too. My mother didn't know how to tell me she loved me, right? She didn't know how to be a sensitive mother because she couldn't afford to be a sensitive mother, right? She grew up and on top of that, she had already lost a child. Like my little brother died when he was 1, just natural causes. But my mama grew up. My mama had me when she was 17.
Yeah.
So she was a baby having babies.
Exactly.
You feel me? And the thing was the fact that as I was growing up, like I didn't feel loved, I didn't feel valued because my mother never showed me love. My mama never showed me that value. Only thing that she could show me is how to put a roof over my head, cook food, and make sure everybody else was taken care of. Right. I wasn't able to afford to be a kid. Everybody I hung out with was always older than me, right? I was ripping around in the streets. A good thing is I never really got into drugs and things like that because I was too afraid of my mama beating my ass.
That's where that fear kicked in.
Bro, I kid you. My mama right now my mama can throw a punch at me right now. I'll be fine. But she give me that open hand. I'm a bitch. I promise to God. Like it hurts so bad. Like my mama got some heavy hands, bro.
It's because a slap is different,
bro. It is. And it's more, bro. I feel like the slap is more meaningful when they slap you instead of punch you.
Bro, like I don't want my mom to punch me regardless.
Yeah.
But like, because I believe if my mama really had to get back out there and fight somebody, like she'll get winded a whole lot quicker, of course.
Yeah.
But she still got them things. You know what I'm saying? Be like, your mama's so nice. I say, shit.
Yeah, you don't know, motherfucker. Bro, you don't know.
And I tell my little siblings all the time, I'll be like, bro, y'all don't even understand, bro. Y'all never got those ass whoopings, bro. Like y'all would never. But back to your question though, like the reason why men are more sensitive now is a couple of different reasons. One, because like most of them were raised around their mothers, and 2, their mothers catered to them in every way. And that's the problem. When you teach your child that everything is supposed to be their way without them having to do anything, it sets a false pretense on what life is.
It spoils them with that.
They do. And so when you're so used to things being handed to you, you're expecting everything to be handed to you. And so now because you're around a woman that's on a sensitive level emotionally, you pick up those same sensitive habits. Right?
All right.
Because what do women do when they don't get their way a lot of the time? They throw a fit. That's what men are doing now.
Now they fight you.
Exactly. And nowadays, like men do that same thing.
Right.
Like, oh, you don't want to do what I tell you to do? I'm finna slap you. Or you don't do what I'm finna tell you to do? I'm finna kill you.
Yeah.
Like people are killing people at such high rates. It's
Over nothing, really.
Over nothing, bro.
Over nothing.
Over nothing. And school shootings.
Oh, those are white kids. But that's a difference.
That's a different story, but
no, it still affects all of us.
It affects all of us because even if that shooting happened in Tennessee, whatever last state that was, 28-year-old woman. When you live in a society now, shoots. Yeah, she shot up a elementary school, bro.
I didn't know that
in Tennessee.
It was a you can't misname her. It was a 28-year-old transgender.
Are you fucking
bro? And that's a whole nother.
Hold on, let's take one thing at a time,
bro. But this transitions into it though because now you have men wanting to be women, literally wanting to be women, and now they're wanting to be called women and women to be called baby carriers, right?
What was it? Can't remember what it was called. It was a different term. It was something else. It was
rainbow.
No, it was like a pregnant or a birthing person.
Yeah,
there you go. It was a birthing person.
So, bro, like we live in a society, bro, like that allows people to always act on emotion, and not logic, and they think that their emotions are logical, and they're not. When you're trying to prove emotion with emotion, you get nowhere.
Right.
Because so many people are always trying to be so segregated and things like that. Right? Everybody is trying to figure out a way to be different. Everybody. And so, again, when it comes down to sensitive men nowadays, bro, it's just a byproduct of things that's been happening.
It's a generational issue.
It is a generational issue.
For the longest.
And so, like, right now, bro, my son can never say I'm not there for him.
Right.
He can never say that. Like, my son texts me. He texts me almost every night. Good night, Dad. I love you. Or Dad, he texts me like a paragraph long. Heart, love, heart, you. Heart. Like, I'm like, bro, like that's how I know I'm doing my job. And so, like, people think like I'm too, and nowadays you got people, also another reason why men are so sensitive now is because people are defining masculinity as toxic. And that's crazy. If you think it's toxic now, bro, just imagine what how your granddaddies used to talk.
Well, that's where I was gonna go. It's like if it's really bad now, where's it? First of all, where the fuck is it gonna end? Where does it end? Second, if that's really that bad, isn't it gonna get worse?
It's only gonna get worse.
But there's so many. I blame women.
Okay.
Just like as much I blame men.
Okay.
Let me explain myself. Before you come all over me. Cancel me. Because women don't know what the fuck they want, first of all.
Absolutely. That's true.
I seen, they did a on YouTube where they said, show me what a 6-foot man looks like. Mm-hmm. These dumb broads are doing their dumb shit, they were like, that's 5'8", that's 5'10",
Yeah.
Oh, okay, first of all, so that just shows you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
Second of all, you don't know what 12 inches look like. 5 inches, 6 inches. You know what I mean? Third of all, it's just like, and then men is what you're saying. It's like they're just losing this shit, and now they got to be what they don't want to be, an asshole.
Yeah.
Because all the good guys, all the guys that are well educated, the guys that put in time to learn some shit. I think who said it the best? It's my hero. ¿Cómo se llama? Andrew Tate.
Oh, yeah, I love Andrew Tate.
Where he said, all you had to do was be pretty. I had to learn some shit. I had to fucking, go buy a boat, learn, all this shit.
Yeah.
All you do, you just have to show up.
Yeah.
And be sexy.
Yeah, that's it.
So why the fuck, you know what I mean?
And that's the thing too, bro. Like I heard somebody, and I hear a lot, but I can never remember who exactly said it. But the thing about women is the fact that they can be bailed out of damn near anything.
Right.
Just because you just like Andrew Tate said, you got to show up and look pretty.
That's all.
And women nowadays want men to handle them.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate said, he said, why would I want to handle the world and have to come home and handle you? It doesn't make any sense.
But then also too, they want to be handled. But then when they are handled,
they don't like it.
They don't like it.
Toxic masculinity.
Exactly. And so but the thing is the fact that women control, like wars are fought over women, bro. Literal wars have been fought because of a woman.
I feel like that's the weak man, though.
You're right. It is, because when you let your dick control you more than anything, you'll fall for everything. Bro, I used to be that way. Like, I used to be like, bro, I used to be at work, girl, like, hey, I'm out.
Yeah.
Bro, I could be on my way to go do something productive, a female hit me.
When that pussy calls, you was answering.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is the fact, like, when I transition in regards to my mindset and my spirit, I'm like, well, no, bro, I can't. That pussy get me in trouble.
Yeah.
It's gonna get me in trouble.
Pussy
I already got
devil.
2 kids.
Yeah.
Pussy is the devil.
It's the horns already.
But when, like I said, bro, women nowadays live in a steady state of delusion because they're never happy and they're never complete. And the reason why they're never happy and they're never complete is because they're not taking time to understand who they are as a person, right? And really get to the nitty gritty. I used to think about that all the time. I'd be like, bro, that's absolutely insane. Because you can work a lot and bring in a whole lot of money, and that attracts them. Yeah. But because you're not spending as much time with them as they want you to, now it's a problem. But when you're when you're at home too much, you're not making enough money, that's a problem, right? And so now the question is the fact that, where's the balance? Like, where are you helping me balance it all out?
There you go.
Like, because the life is getting way too expensive for just anybody to be paying all the bills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire. And even if I was, listen, I'm not trying to pay all the bills. I need you to do some contribution. I need you to. I need you to show me that you're in this. Mm-hmm. I need you to show me that you're with me and not just in it. Right? Right. Because if I'm paying everything and everything falls apart, you haven't shown me that you can hold me down at all.
And they don't want to, though.
They don't want to.
I am the table.
You ain't a fucking prize.
So if you take a rich woman and you put her in a room full of broke guys, how many guys do you think she would end up picking to take her, to help out?
One at that point.
Yeah,
Mind you, bro. Mind you, at that point, if a rich woman in the room with a whole lot of men that ain't got no money, she want to be chose and she want to be fucked. Let's just be honest. That's it. How do you look? Who looks like they got the biggest dick? You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is, man. Because when you look at it, bro, but society is so backwards nowadays because people talk about what a man is and what a woman is, but if we were to go to war, you want the biggest motherfucker standing on the front line. Yep. If
say you ladder for the bitches in the back.
Now on top of that, when you're at home, you want your man to make you feel secure. And even if he's not the biggest person in the room, you want to feel confident that he can protect your household. Mm-hmm. If it comes down to it, right?
Out in the streets.
Out in the streets. If somebody broke into your house, right? Mm-hmm. You would want your man to be the first one to intercede with the danger. Right. Yes, you want your man to go down the stairs with the gun or the bat or the knife or whatever. Right?
Just to say to the motherfucker, yeah.
Exactly. Now, if your son was at home, right? Your son 30 years old and you 50 years old and somebody break into the house, what do you want? You want your 30-year-old son to go and check out their noise.
There you go.
Right? Why is that? Because you believe in his masculinity and his manhood so much that you are sure that even if he doesn't have the full capability to protect you, yeah, that he has the ability to diverge the danger in order for you to get away, mm-hmm, or to diverge the danger in order for you to sneak up behind the person and do what you got to do.
There you go.
Right? Because at the end of the day, you want that, you want that man. Because even gladiators, bro, back in the day, they looked for the biggest and strongest people. ninjas. They're looking for the deadliest motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about women want what they say they want, but don't want it when they get it. It's like, oh, now you're smothering me. Now you're over masculine. Now you're this. Now you're that. And because a woman, now that leads over into other issues for a man. You got your mental health. You got your physical health. You got your spiritual health. You got all these, you have all these different health issues at this point because so much in the world is weighing you down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like you have anybody to go towards.
But see, if you were to say that now, guys, I mean, the world's wearing heavy on me. Pussy.
Exactly.
Hey, you vagina.
Exactly.
Here's a tampon, sweetheart.
Exactly. That's it.
It's like, wow, that's all you get.
That's all you get. That's all you get. But if a woman says, "Whoa, it's me," everybody's flocking to the team. Everybody's flocking to her front porch, whatever the case may be. Oh, me and my child. We're our bills are gonna get paid. We're gonna get evicted. We're my bill's not getting paid.
Yeah,
go set up a GoFundMe. If a man do that, oh, bro, you shouldn't have custody of that child. Then if you can't handle your business as a man,
damn.
But what is it to be a woman then?
Man, it's been some fire.
Boy, this is gonna be one of.
I'm just saying, like, what is it to now? Because now, pause. Didn't women go through women's suffrage? Didn't they fight for women's rights for us to be equal?
It's only equal when it convenience them. That's all it is. Because think about it. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie to you. You know who? I think the great Kevin Samuels once said, "The men built the world."
That's true.
And he's not lying because when we were coming to on the way up here, I could tell you 4 or 5 buildings that I worked at that I built. Yeah. Helped build, like the insulation, the fire safety.
Bro, and if it is a woman building, she built like a man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right? Like for real. Like you got a China sized motherfucker. Like building. Like you remember how China used to be swollen in WWE? Yeah, like you
sexy. What? No, what? Who said that? Who said that?
But if a woman's on the site, most of the time she's in the office or
she's like a safety person.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that a woman can't do what we can do, but let's be honest, a woman can't do everything that we can do.
We're not built the same, though.
We're not built the same, so stop trying to act like that we are.
And see, the times that in the times that it has been like that, I'm the one that got to carry the heavy shit.
Exactly.
But you want to make as much as me.
Baby, can you carry this case of water?
Bitch, please, you better
Baby, can you carry this bag of milk? Baby, can you change the tire?
Are we getting naked afterwards?
Baby, like, what am I going to get from it? Because, like, if society was more so focused on what can we do for each other,
there you go, rather
than what more can I do for you in order for you to do little for me.
Well, see, that's how it's set up. Yeah. What can you do for me? But when a man aspect, well, when am I going to get back? How dare you?
Oh, how dare you? My mother raised me to be a woman. Raised me to be a lady. Oh, yeah. But come on, bro. Like I'm frankly, bro, I'm just so tired of it. Like it's so mind numbing. It literally is like, it makes my head hurt.
But see, if you go on TikTok or you go on the internet anywhere, this is all the conversation everybody's having now.
I don't even care about it anymore.
And there you go. But the thing is that everybody know that this wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah.
Ladies, you know it's wrong. Let's not pretend. Let's start making changes.
Yeah.
And even as men, I don't, I sound like a, what's he say? One-sided person when I said men don't do nothing wrong. Men do a lot of wrong. Mm-hmm. But it's time to cut men a break. I mean, we do gotta, this man hasn't slept. Have you slept yet?
I slept a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
This fucker goes to work every day to make sure his kids are fed, his wife and all this. And I'm just like, wow, man, that's hard. That's a hard pill because I don't have kids. I don't have a wife, so I don't have to deal with that, though.
Yeah.
But I got to deal with the chaos of these other broads. Well, how much money do you make? Well, enough for me, motherfucker. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy how women want a guy that makes $100,000 a year, and that's like 9%, 10% of fucking men out there in the United States. Like,
but they only because honestly, bro, like when you look at the statistics of Americans, right? What's crazy is America has over 39% of the world's millionaires, right? While every other country has 1 to 8%. right?
Sure.
Out of the American adult population, that makes 8.8% of Americans, right? And so with the population of the United States, that's over 22 million millionaires in this country.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is the fact that because our population is so huge, that you'll never really realize that the person that you're standing to is possibly that millionaire. But most women want people the same. I don't know. Do you agree with this statement? Women marry up while men marry down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the reality is the fact that nowadays women want a man that makes, like you said, $100,000.
Mhm.
But bitch, you work at McDonald's making $20,000 a year. What can you provide for me besides a piece of ass
And kids.
and kid? That's it. And don't have kids by somebody in Texas because you on child support if y'all break up.
And see, that's what they do. Look at old girl that well, I forgot the soccer player. Is it a soccer player? That he
Where everything was in his mom's name?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, shout out to the homie, man.
Hey, homie was smart.
Yeah, he got that.
She
gold digger.
wanted half of his shit.
Judge said he don't own nothing.
Like exactly. So what made her entitled to all of that? Oh, she got to put up with him. Isn't that marriage, motherfuckers?
That's marriage, bro.
Like,
That's marriage.
so you was.
Bro, you got to realize a lot of people make decisions nowadays just because it's a trend.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trend. And a lot of people nowadays are taught that if you don't like it, you can just walk away from it instead of working through it. Right?
Because it's easier to walk away from something.
It's always
than it is
easier to walk away from it. It's always easier to walk. But if you're always walking away, you'll never be happy. You'll never be happy. It's just like a man that's never happy in this relationship because he sees somebody younger than his wife that looks better than his wife.
Yeah.
But what's more valuable, the life that you've built here and that you've worked so hard on, or another piece of ass, right? And it's different for women. They'll go chase the bag because they'll go chase the man because he got the bag.
Yeah.
You may be giving her some bomb ass dick or being there to support her, being there for her in her worst times. But what ends up happening is because somebody else looks flashier, she wants to go with them.
He could get her that new car. You can't, homeboy.
Yeah, but the thing is the fact that I believe that if America stopped being so focused on what makes us different, because when you look at how the American government is structured, bro, all the conversations that's happening on TikTok and social media, they're all distractions.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not paying attention, you believe they're important,
Right.
but they're not. They're all distractions. Most people, most of us don't even realize like that. We think that dollar bill is something when that dollar bill ain't shit. And the reason why the dollar bill ain't shit is because they're trying to build a world economy in regards to a one world currency.
Mm.
And then if you're not even paying attention, what's happening nowadays? Russia, China, South Africa,
the BRICS,
all of these individuals, all of these countries, it's about 5 or 6 different countries that's working on making their own financial system and excluding the American dollar.
Oh,
exactly.
Damn.
So people think COVID was just a coinky dink. No, this forced everything to happen because this is what they were wanting to do. Right. So I'll say it like this, bro. The conversations that are being had again are just distractions. Pay attention to the bigger pictures and pay attention to everything else that's going on in the world, because that's what's important. Because like I said, when I talk about financial education, I've started talking about it a whole lot more on my show. Like my last episode was about financial education. And
it always gets everybody.
And the thing is the fact that if you're so worried about making money, figure out how to make money work for you. Right? Because so many people are focused on going to go get the bag, that the bag can make a bag. Right?
A lot of people don't believe in putting money back into making more money.
But anybody that's worth their salt and money is going to tell you.
People have been brainwashed.
Exactly.
To go to a job, stay there 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to make more than $17, $20 an hour in those 30, 40 years. And that's even maybe. Maybe.
Bro.
Yeah.
But you got to realize not only that, the power of the dollar is decreasing because inflation is going up, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, in the next 20 years, if from 2021 in the next to 2041, in the next 20 years, what ends up happening is if inflation is only at 3%, in order to be your power of your $100 bill has decreased by 50%. By the year 2040, your $100 bill would decrease by 50%.
Oh,
and in
wow.
order to be able to be equivalent to that same $100, you'd have to damn near have $200 to equal $100.
Damn.
And so what ends up happening is if you're not putting your money into vehicles that allows you to gain compound interest and not simple interest, you're going to be stuck in that rat race. This is why I say all the conversations that are being had right now when it comes down to masculinity, femininity, men and women, it's one of those things that pay attention to what's really important. Get your money right.
Yeah.
Because it's finna make a shift. It's finna be a shift. So find vehicles that allows your money to gain compound interest and not simple interest. And you got to live by the PCB, proper foundation, proper financial foundation or proper protection with credit and budgeting. Bro, 65% of people don't even know how much they spend on a monthly basis.
I'm one of those, bro.
You know what, bro? I'm just gonna start selling drugs. Like, it sounds like a way easier life.
I already got my drug dealer. Thanks, kidding.
But I say, bro, I'm passionate about it, bro, because why? Like, money is one of those things, one of those aspects of legacy that you leave behind.
Right.
And so just like we're facing the decisions that our parents made or our grandparents or even our great-grandparents made, the decisions that we make now will affect our children and our grandchildren and our great-great-grandchildren. And if you want them to be better off than you have to set the foundation right now. You may not be here to see the result of the foundation that you've laid, but at least when you build the foundation, right? You give them the platform to build a home.
Dang. Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah.
So,
I agree.
No, you're right. Yeah.
That's what. But where do you learn all this? Like, where do you?
Bro, I teach financial education.
You have to teach me.
Like I teach it, bro. Like, and I'm still learning, right? And the like I tell everybody, bro, no matter what you do in life, you have to learn a skill.
Yeah.
And in order to learn something, in order to do something new, guess what you got to do? You got to learn again. Your life is nothing but a series of learning. You're either going to learn that you can do it, or you're going to be content that you can't.
Right.
Which one are you going to be satisfied with? Right? Because the reality of it is, bro, there's ways out there for you to become your own bank. Bro, yeah,
I heard about that.
54% of Americans have life insurance policies and don't even know how they work or what they can even do for you. If they're even set up right.
Really?
Yes.
I heard about that. I actually have heard about that.
So yeah, life insurance policy isn't meant for you to. It's for when you die, but at the end of the day, it's not really meant for that. It's for you to borrow on it while you're alive, and then
that man onto something.
It pays back later on. It's
Right,
a weird way of working for it, but whenever they explain life insurance to you, they're just telling you to take care of your family whenever you die and shit. You know?
Bro, but okay, I said like this, bro. I told you I talk, bro. We've been on for an hour and a half already, but
that's our typical runtime. Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay, perfect. Good. I'm good then. So the thing about life insurance, people have a negative connotation when it comes down to life insurance because when you talk about life insurance, you think about death. And when you think about, and also not only do you think about death, but you find it to be a ripoff, right? But
also too, if you're a piece of shit, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna leave these motherfuckers with that much money.
But exactly. But this is the thing, bro. Like you got different types of insurances,
right?
But there are insurances out there to where you can gain cash value, and not only gain cash value, but it can also help when you are when you die. Yeah. Like that cash value is meant for you. That cash value you can borrow against. You never have to pay it back. because the insurance company is giving you a risk-free loan because they're gonna get their money regardless.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing, not but so the reality is the fact. Where do I learn this, bro? I'm a part of a platform that teaches me this. Right.
Right.
And if you want to make different decisions in your life, you got to learn something new. You have to unlearn what you know in order to make room for something that you need to know.
Right.
Because in order for us to be better off than our parents, we have to make better decisions or different decisions than our parents did. They didn't have the access to the information that we have now because they didn't have access to the internet back then. Now we got access to the internet, but now we got to be wary about what we watch on the internet because you got unlicensed professionals that's trying to tell you about something that they don't know anything about. I'm licensed to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are different ways, bro. Like you got to look at life insurance. There is a way to build your financial foundation in order to be able to make sure that your family and yourself is good.
Wouldn't it be dope if there was an institution that you went to as a child for 8 hours a day
It would be fire,
show
wouldn't
you
it?
this? You know, instead of
It'd be
showing
fire,
you the
wouldn't it?
wrong parts of history,
Yeah.
you know, telling you how Christopher Columbus discovered America.
He said Christopher Columbus, not Christopher Columbus.
Columbus
Christopher
discovered
Columbus.
Such a dumbass
America.
now. See?
You know, if there was an institution that kids went to every day to learn, you
Stuff
know,
like
shit
this,
like
it
this
would
that
be-
would actually help them out in life
Yeah.
instead of learning a bunch of bullshit, you know?
Bro,
That'd
that's
be great.
Knowledge is power, though. See what?
No, applied knowledge is power.
Oh, checkmate. You
Because
got
anybody can have knowledge.
Knowledge, yeah.
Anybody can.
Bro, a book can be on the shelf all day, but if you're not reading it, what's the point of it?
Right.
Right?
And see, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, so I'm a big, what I just said, I'm a big believer that even if it's knowledge like this and what he said, but pass it down to somebody.
You have to.
A lot of people don't do that shit, though. Everybody's all me. Fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
Even if, like I said, if you can change one person's life, your legacy is there. You know what
That's
I mean?
it.
Like, to me.
But you got to realize, like, when you're going to pass down something regardless.
Right.
You're going to pass down something regardless. Our parents pass down something. They're going to pass down something to us if they haven't already.
Yeah.
Because-
It might have not been good shit to begin with.
Exactly.
But you learn what not to do.
Exactly. Or you get caught up and repeat the same process.
Ooh, that's what I don't want. I don't want that. I don't
Bro,
want
you
that.
you got to change I tell people like this, in school, they teach us the basic math, the add, subtracting, multiply, and divide. Right.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is the fact that they didn't teach us how to divide our money in order to multiply our money, in order to add value to ourselves, in order to negate some of the negative debt that we could have skipped all the way around.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why I say, like, you have to, if we want to be different and we want to leave something different for our children, we have to start making different decisions now. And because you got insurance policies, you got annuities, you even have people don't even realize you have business insurance that can help you. You got overhead expense insurance. So if something happens to you, your business continues to run.
Ooh.
If something happened to your business partner, if you got a joint policy with them, it's so many different ways, bro. Because if you look at everything is insured. Everything is insured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This whole building is insured.
Mm-hmm. The Twin Towers were insured.
Exactly. Bro,
Oh,
yes.
shit.
Yeah, bro, everything. Bro, if this building collapsed on us right now, they have insurance just for that.
Yep.
To pay out to our families.
Because it collapsed.
Exactly. Banks have insurance.
Yeah, they get bailed out.
Not only just do they get bailed out, but they have insurance on your money.
Oh, shit.
Yes, bro. Why do you think that when you go sign up for a bank account, they say your account is backed by the FDIC by $250,000, and that's why people cannot go to the bank and withdraw $250,000. Why? Because they don't have it sitting in the bank. You got to learn how to put your money where the banks put their money, bro. And that's really everything that is.
Damn, bro. I really
Hey,
want to learn that.
you ever seen that woke me where it shows you the brain and it's like the lights are all inside of it? That's him right now.
It is. It is, bro. Because like I said, I didn't know this shit,
Yeah.
Bro, like,
And it's just not.
So when a bank fails, the FDIC will cover up to $250,000. If you have any more than that in the bank, you're kind of fucked.
yeah, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And,
So-
and not only, bro, like we can go on and on about this, but I'll tell you like this, like even with people from other countries, even if you're not an American citizen, if you're from a country that America recognizes and you've been here as a resident in the United States for a year, you can qualify for what I just talked about.
Oh shit, I'm listening.
Right? Like if you, say for instance, you got family from Mexico or family from El Salvador, or like whatever country that America recognizes.
Yeah.
If you've been a resident here in the United States, because what ends up happening, if you're here for a year and you decide to move back to your country, to your home country, and you've been here for a year and you have that policy already in force, guess what ends up happening? That policy still follows you to your home country, even if you never come back to America.
Oh wow.
I could be wrong on that last part, but from what I understand, even if you don't come back, right?
Yeah.
But if you come here and you live here for a year and you stay, even if you don't have citizenship, you can still qualify to become your own bank and earn that compound interest. Because the sooner that you get your kids to do that, you can take policies out on your kids like that too. But when your kid turns 18 and you want them to have their own policy, bro, this is how people are helping their children to be able to get better, right? So, hey, you got $50-$60. Now give me $100 a week. I put it towards this policy for you. And then during this time, your 18-year-old child is building wealth and having proper protection on themselves all at once. And it's easier to insure an 18-year-old than it is to insure a 40-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because an 18-year-old is statistically healthier than the 40-year-old.
Mm.
So, and then also just think about this, and then I know we probably ran over y'all's time.
Oh, here we go.
I say it like this: think of it in the aspect of the early bird gets the worm.
Right.
The earlier you do it, the better it is for you at the end.
Exactly.
Damn, bro.
And even 5 years makes a difference, bro. 5 years makes a huge difference.
See, like I said, if there was an institute that we all went to when we were younger to show us this shit, you'd have a lot less stressed out people.
We would be, dude, yeah.
Bro. The one thing I love about my son's school is the fact that they're teaching them about stocks and all that shit.
Oh,
see, but that's what you should be going to learn.
You should.
That's what it should
Not
be about.
something that doesn't. Who the fuck cares about how many presidents we done had if I'm not looking for a political career?
Mm-hmm.
And even most politicians don't give a fuck about how many presidents that we had because they're only concerning themselves with who we got now.
Just gotta learn how to lie. You're good.
Exactly. But bro, like this is what I'm passionate about what I do, bro, because it's time for us to change the narrative.
That's what I'm talking.
It's
Bro,
time for us to change the narrative, bro.
You got a voice to you. You see? I'm inspired by this guy, man. I'm like, I'm with you, bro.
Hey, he's gonna make me look up some insurance policies for him.
Bro, like, bro, I kid you not, bro. Like, you got so many. I'll give you this brief rundown and I'm done. You got your term policy, right?
Mm.
Just think of it as a presidential race. A president is in office for 4 years and then they gotta run again if they want to. Well, they are in office for 4 years and then their term expires.
Right.
That's just like what term insurance is. Term is literally set for a certain period of time, right?
Right.
And then after that, once you renew it, it's going to be even more expensive. Exactly, but the cost of insurance itself is always going to get more expensive.
Right.
But with the term policy, they get you. They're like, oh, buy term because it's cheaper. Yeah, it's going to be more price affordable. But at the end of the day, if you stick with that, what ends up happening is 90% of people outlive their term policies and only 2% of term policies actually pay out.
Really?
Absolutely. You got your whole life policy, which is the oldest version of cash value policy. You got your universal policy, which is another permanent policy. Then you got your index universal life insurance policy, which is another policy, which is actually a really great policy. That one actually protects you against losses. You have no losses on the IUL, which is the index universal life insurance policy. You're capped, but because you have taken no loss and you're always guaranteed a gain. Right. Even if the market loses, even if the floor of that is only set at 0%, you're not losing anything. So you're always going to gain money on an IUL. And then you got your variable life insurance policy, right? I can't really talk about that one because I'm not licensed in that particular one.
Right.
But that one also exist. Now I let everybody know too. You have to qualify for those, right? Just like you got to qualify for a house loan, you got to qualify for a car loan, you got to qualify to get a fucking job, right? You got to have the right qualifications to get a job, right?
You can't just be a doctor and you don't have no fucking medical training.
And then not only that, what ends up happening is there's certain rules that come with that, right? It's certain rules that come with the aspect of if this certain thing happens, you're not covered. Just like with your car insurance.
Yeah.
Most people think they're covered for everything, but you're not. You're not covered for everything when it comes down. Even when you have full coverage, you're not covered for everything.
Really?
If an act of war happens, you're not covered. Yeah. If you commit a crime in your vehicle during if you commit a crime during your vehicle causing for a total loss, you're not covered. If a natural disaster happens, like a volcano or something, you're not covered.
Yeah, you got to specifically have that in there.
Exactly. Like they're called exclusions, like on that. And then say for instance, you got
act of God.
Act of God, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so with life insurance policies as well, it's the same way.
Yeah.
If it's an act of war, you're not covered. Right? If you commit a crime and it causes you to die, you're not covered.
So you telling me if I get blown up from an attack from some fucking other country, I'm just screwed?
No. If it's like I would say if it happened to a mass number of people.
Okay.
Right? But if it just happened to you
and no one else,
then I'm pretty sure bro, if you just happen to get blown the fuck up because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time and it has something to do, the government got you. I would hope so. Right?
I'd say that's God's plan. That's good.
It's God's plan.
It's an act of God.
Right? But
that missile just fell out of the sky. We don't know where it came. You know that happened in Russia today?
Really?
What?
They one of their fighter jets shot a missile and it didn't go where they wanted it to, and it went straight into like a little town, like that it was close by.
Wow. Killed everybody.
No, luckily there was it was like I can't remember what time of day it was, but the streets were clear.
Okay.
But you just see the missile hit, and then you just see the ground.
That's fucked up.
But yeah, bro, that's what I do, bro. That's what I teach people.
I'm definitely gonna take your class, bro. Like I already want to learn. I bet. I mean, the more knowledge, the better.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Because what you learn, you can instill. Not you said you don't have kids, right?
Nah.
You don't have kids, but you got nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
You got siblings.
Yeah. We're building they're gonna here in another 5 years. Half of them are gonna go for the Mavericks, and then the other half are gonna go for the Cowboys. So.
Okay, all right, that works. But this is information that you can teach everybody in your life.
Yeah, but I mean, you have so much pizzazz with it. You know, I mean, you're passionate about that. I'll be like, Sasuke, here's a marker. But figure it out.
But that's cool though. Yeah. But that's the power of building your circle, bro.
Yeah.
That's the power of building your circle. That's really what it is. If you can build, like, if everybody in your circle does the exact same thing, you got a problem. You ain't doing nothing but competing against those people. Right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, if you got a friend that's a lawyer, you got somebody that deals in financial education, you got somebody that deals in taxes, you got somebody that deals in that's a police officer, you got somebody that's a firefighter, you got somebody that's an attorney. You got, like, if your circle should always benefit everybody around you. Your circle should always benefit the people in that circle. I'm still building my circle, but I remember I said this on one podcast on one of my shows. I came across this clip. This one guy had asked this one Jewish guy. He was in his 30s. He said, "How do you have so much money?" He either had $7 million or $7 billion. I don't really. It was in the illions.
Either or,
right?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And so he said in the Jewish community, when one of us make money, 5 of us make money.
Yeah, they all work together.
Exactly.
That's why whenever a Jewish executive takes one of his friends' kids to work for them, you know, he puts them on game.
Yeah.
So that way he can later become a Jewish executive somewhere else, and et cetera, which is something that, sadly to say, the black community and the Mexican community don't fucking do.
Bro, Mexicans stick together more than black people do.
No, they don't.
They don't. They stick together for reasons for, like, I can use him to do this.
Yeah, for later.
Everybody wants to be useful but hates to be used.
Yeah, that is true. But it's not like a, you know, I'm gonna show you how to make your own company.
Yeah.
No, you're just gonna work for me.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's pretty much
Oh,
it.
okay. I get that.
It's a difference.
I get that. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, they'll work with you. You need a job? I'll get you a job. Yeah. Work right here.
Yeah.
I'll have you cut these grasses, cut these lawns. But they're not going to show you how to build that company.
Exactly.
How to get your LLC.
And no company is going to teach you how to do that.
No.
Except for, like, there are companies out there that will teach you how to do that, but your regular corporations. Right? A CEO ain't finna teach you how to be a CEO.
Nope.
Because he don't want you to take his job.
Exactly.
Unless he's grooming you as his child.
Unless he's taking you in under his wing so that way you can take his job later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But most of the time, bro, like these jobs you do,
Yeah.
you can't pass that down to your kids.
Nope.
Right?
Right.
You can't pass down your 9 to 5 because your kid got to go qualify for that 9 to 5 themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
True.
But the knowledge that you acquire, you can.
That's why I always tell my kids, I'm like, pick a profession that's going to be useful for many years.
Absolutely.
Be a
Something
rapper.
that you can do
Get the
that's either
fuck
going to
outta
make
here.
you a ridiculous amount of
He said
money.
be a rapper.
Be a rapper. Anybody can make it nowadays.
According to what we was talking about before the show, I suppose.
So I got my daughter going to school right now. It's like a medical school, basically. It's called TABS. They take medical classes.
Yeah.
I'm like, be a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
That's something that's always going to be needed.
Always.
Something that always pays great.
So many people are so focused on being famous nowadays, bro.
Because now it's everywhere, bro.
Because people make it look easy to do it.
But people fail to realize the people that's behind the star makes more money than the star themselves. What? People think being in front of the camera makes you money.
Nah.
No.
That's why,
No.
like, every look at even like rappers, they have to have side deals now
They have to.
because music is not everything no more. You know what I mean? They have to have like.
Bro, look at T.I. T.I.'s rapping. I mean, T.I.'s acting, and he's a trash-ass actor.
Made a lot of money off of it.
Everybody, like, look at what's his name? Ice Cube. Ice-T. Ice Cube, too. But Ice-T. Like.
Who do you think is a better actor, though?
Damn.
I can't take Ice-T serious.
Yeah.
I've seen Ice Cube in more movies than I've seen.
Yeah.
If you're talking about versatility, Ice Cube is going to be more versatile.
But I always feel like he
Ice-T.
plays the same character.
Not all the time he doesn't. Not all the time he does. But he's able to play. He's able to play like
He always plays the angry black man.
Well, that's true. That's true. But look at him. The motherfucker got a mean mug out this world.
Oh yeah, he does.
You know? So like, but he can transition.
No, yeah.
Like even like, are we there yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right? Are we there yet? Or even 21 Jump Street. Right?
Which was hilarious.
Or 22 Jump Street or whatever too as well. But
Yeah.
he's more of a versatile actor than Ice-T. You know, but
Yeah.
Ice-T started it all. You know,
Yeah, he's one of the originals.
Yeah, he's one of the originals. But
In music, acting, and all that.
Absolutely.
He is one of the
Absolutely.
legends. And
Absolutely.
fucking the white girls.
got a badass one too. I don't even fuck with white girls like that. But
Really?
Coco.
I know. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, biting your lip.
Oh.
Want to take a bite of that?
All right. Well, we come to the end of the show. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Broski, thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all having me on.
Right now is your time. Say what you want to say, where people can reach you, where they can find you at, where they can watch your show at.
Absolutely. First off, guys, thank y'all for having me on. Like, I got so lost into the episode, bro. It was fire. Y'all got enough content today for 2 shows, to be perfectly honest. But really, man, where y'all can find me is really on Instagram, Richard Ray Uncensored. Facebook, Richard Ray Uncensored. Where else? And you can also go find the YouTube channel, Richard Ray Uncensored. You also can find us on Spotify, Richard Ray Uncensored. Everything is going to be Richard Ray Uncensored, right? As far as the finance stuff, man, you can find me on TikTok I really just started using TikTok. I suck at social media, but I just started using TikTok. But you can find me under True Richard Ray on TikTok as well. But also, if you want more financial information in regards to some of the things that I was talking about, you can just email me, right, at info@richardrayllc.com, right? What else? crap. I guess was it everything?
I mean, if that's everything where they can reach you at, bro.
I don't know. So yeah, I said Facebook, Instagram, more so Instagram and TikTok. And I gave my email.
All you got left is give them your number, bro.
I was about to say, give your number, bro.
I ain't finna get no numbers. I ain't finna. Y'all email me, and then if we get along, then or you. But if you go to Instagram or Facebook, y'all can always send me a direct message as well. And you, like I said, you can always send me an email as well. I do respond to those. But I like what I do, man. It's not. I'll say it like this, man. Is if everything that you do is only for you, you'll never get anywhere. And if you do get somewhere, the way your journey is going to end is by yourself. Right. And so you got to make everything that you do meant for everybody else around you to be able to feed off of you, because all of us are like a field of flowers. Right. And we're looking for the right people to be able to pollinate. Right. We're looking for the right vehicle in order for it to be the bee to help us pollinate everybody else, right? So always think bigger than yourself. Always think bigger than yourself. If it's always about you, you're going to end up alone, right? Be able to figure out a way to learn and understand that if you want to become a different person and a better person or get to somewhere else in life, you have to unlearn some of the things that you know in order to make room for the things that you need to know in order to be able. Boy, I thought that was going in a completely different direction on camera, because the way he put it on his hand. Yeah. But like I said, man, just be better than you were yesterday in order to get to where you want to be. And if in order to get to where you want to be, you have to become somebody different. You got to be okay with losing the people that meant you no good, right? Because you got to make room for people that's meant to help you grow. All right. And again, it's me, Richard Ray, host of the Richard Ray Uncensored Show. Thank you guys for having me on. And I truly appreciate. That's right. Bro, I got horrible stories that I used to, in middle school, I used to see people actually snorted.
I was one of them.
That's what, yeah.
But
Yeah, that's why he's got the habit.
That's why he got the habit. But guys, again, hey, thank y'all for having me on, man. And I truly appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. The Cancel Show. Check us out everywhere. Just Google the fucking Cancel Show. We'll pop up. You'll see my face or you'll see his fucking face.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
With a big old red X.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it, share it, love it, subscribe it, have sex with it. Whatever you want to do, bro.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy.
We don't judge. Do it.
We don't judge. Beat your meat. Go ahead.
Hey.
Peace out.